The Justice Department is dismissing lawsuits against a number of local police departments it's been investigating for civil rights violations. Also, the DOJ will not be looking into any police agency's unconstitutional behavior in the future. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Scafidi. Officials said lawsuits filed during former President Biden's administration against the Louisville, Kentucky, and Minneapolis, Minnesota police departments are being dismissed. Those investigations stemmed from the deaths of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd at the hands of police officers. Both sparked protests across the country in the summer of 2020. The investigation into Memphis over Tyree Nichols' death is one of 6 other policing investigations also being dropped. DOJ officials called the department's Civil Rights Division investigations a failed experiment that handcuffed local leaders and police departments. It has been nearly a month since anyone's heard from Paul Aragon. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation issued an endangered missing person alert for the 34-year-old, but his family reported him missing weeks ago. Broomfield police say they found Paul Aragon's truck around 3 a.m. on May 2nd near a construction site off of Edgeview Drive. The engine was still running, the lights were on, and his dog was alone inside. Officers searched the area by foot and by drone, but found nothing. Days later, Paul's family filed a missing persons report, and they're still searching for answers.
My mom, yeah, he was in constant contact with my mom. If it wasn't every day, it was every other day. And his daughter as well. Like, that was the one, that's his whole world. The way they found his vehicle leaves me with the assumption that he had the intention of getting back into his car.
If anyone knows anything about Paul's whereabouts, you're asked to call Broomfield Police. Boulder Police is investigating 5 hit-and-run crashes that happened within just 1 hour on Monday. They say it was all the same driver. Listen to this. Officers got the first call at 4:50 p.m. when they say a driver hit a parked truck near 14th and Pearl. Within just minutes, police say that same driver hit a moving car at 14th and Walnut. Then at 5:26, police say the driver hit a car stopped at a light at Arapahoe and Folsom. Less than 10 minutes later, it's still going at 5:34, a 4th call saying the driver hit a car stopped at the light at Canyon and 15th. It finally ended at 5:43 when the driver ran a stop sign and hit a car at the intersection of Canyon and 4th. A 28-year-old woman was arrested at that last scene, but police are looking for some more of those victims. So call Boulder Police if you think you know one of them. Well, it is going to be nice and sunny today, but the foothills like Lookout Mountain that we're seeing right here will be windy again. Joining me now is Corey Reppenhagen with our 9 News Weather Impact team. How much wind are we talking, Corey?
Hey, Lauren, yeah, the foothills could get a fair bit of wind here in the 40-mile-per-hour range this afternoon. Some of those will creep down into the metro, but not quite as windy as we saw yesterday. Looking at the live radar right now, we can see a few showers up in the mountains and creeping down in the foothills from time to time, also out here on the northeast plains. But for the most part, most of us will stay dry as we go through today. You can see mostly clear skies just to the east and southeast of Denver right now. Temperatures not at 70 degrees just yet, but we should get there. In fact, we could make it into the middle 70s. Here's the forecast in Denver for the rest of the day. Here we could make it up to about 75, 76 degrees. Mostly sunny skies will hold through the day, but really what we're kind of concerned about is the weekend storm, which means for Memorial Day weekend, we could be dodging storms here again. Saturday, scattered stuff. Looks like we could get some widespread stuff here on Sunday and could bleed into Monday as well. So I'll talk about that coming up in the full forecast.
Corey, thank you so much. On Capitol Hill right now, state lawmakers are still debating what President Trump and Republicans call one big beautiful bill. Colorado Congressman Joe Neguse is on the House Rules Committee that started debating in the middle of the night. Experts predict it could increase the federal deficit by more than $3.5 billion. NBC's Alice Barr has details.
The committee will come to order.
The schedule may have looked like a typo, but just after 1 a.m., debate began in the House Rules Committee over the massive budget package on President Trump's agenda.
Americans need this legislation to ensure our economic survival.
Democrats slamming the timing.
Then why are you trying to ram it through in the dead of night?
Republicans say they need every hour to work through the details ahead of a self-imposed Friday deadline for full House passage that won't require any votes from Democrats, though Republicans have to overcome internal divisions.
There are critical changes that we need to see.
The bill increases spending on immigration and the military and extends the 2017 Trump tax cuts, while temporarily ending tax on tips and overtime, offset through cuts to food assistance, clean energy funding, and Medicaid, which President Trump told conservatives not to F around with, according to two lawmakers in a closed-door meeting Tuesday.
I think we're going to get everything we want, and I think we're going to have a great victory.
Democrats in the minority have little control but have been messaging hard about the real-world impacts.
Millions of people will lose health care. Prices will go up for folks across the country.
Lindsay Latham, who relies on Medicaid to support her special needs son, is deeply worried.
People will file for bankruptcy when they have to go to the doctor or the hospital, and there will be ripple effects.
Republicans insist they're targeting Medicaid fraud, but the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates the bill would take health insurance away from at least 8.5 million people. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
New at noon, the Pentagon says the Trump administration is officially accepting the $400 million luxury jet gifted by the government of Qatar. The Department of Defense says it will ensure the jet, quote, fulfills proper security measures and functional mission requirements for use by the president. President Trump previously said he was considering using it as the next Air Force One. As of now, there's no word on if the jet will be used for that or not. The Rockies face a negligence lawsuit from a Parker man who says a foul ball hit him at the game and the team's poor performance played a part. Timothy Rokel filed the suit yesterday saying he was in a luxury box during a game in 2023 when a foul ball hit him in the right eye. He says it caused, quote, catastrophic and permanent injuries. Colorado law says fans assume the risk of an injury by foul balls but the lawsuit claims that foul balls cannot be seen from the box that he was sitting in. The lawsuit also claims the team's poor performance has led to spectators being less engaged with the action on the field, so it's not his fault that he wasn't paying attention.